Most people do not realize they are living in a loop. They think they will overcome by sheer willpower, but a lot of times the real problem is that they keep circling the same mountain, the same struggle. And Deuteronomy 2 exposes exactly what actually breaks it. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 2 and read just a couple of verses. Verse 1 says, "Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness, and we compassed Mount Seir for many days." Stop right there. I want you to notice one word: compassed. That word means to go around in circles, to loop over the same ground again and again. So picture what's happening. They were stuck. They've been circling the same mountain for many days. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you cross-reference this with Genesis 36, you find that Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. And throughout Scripture, Esau often becomes a picture of the flesh, living for immediate appetite over lasting inheritance. Think about his story. He traded his birthright for a meal because the desire in front of him mattered more than what was waiting for him. That's what the flesh does. It constantly pushes us to trade something eternal for something temporary. And when I read Deuteronomy 2, I can't help but see a picture of that. The people are literally going in circles around the place associated with Esau. Symbolically, it's like they're stuck orbiting the flesh instead of moving beyond it. And everybody has a mountain they keep circling. Maybe it's envy, maybe it's greed, maybe it's gossip, isolation, fear, or an old wound you keep reopening. We tell ourselves this is the last time. And then somehow we're right back where we started. Now keep reading. Verse 2 says, "And the Lord spoke unto me, You have compassed this mountain long enough, turn ye northward." Don't rush past that. That is the breakthrough. The turning point came when God spoke. And I think that's worth sitting with. How many times do we believe the answer is simply trying harder, more willpower, more determination? Yet, this passage points somewhere else. It shows that real change begins when God intervenes, and that is why the word matters. God speaks, and the cycle breaks. John 1 says the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word became flesh. The Word is Jesus, the one who can break the cycle. So let me ask you, what mountain have you been circling? How long have you been walking around it? Months? Years? Maybe you've been trying to force your way out through sheer effort, but you still end up back in the same place. But watch what happens next. Verse 4 tells the people they are about to pass through the territory of Esau. Notice what God doesn't tell them to do. He doesn't tell them to settle there. He doesn't tell them to build a home there. He tells them to pass through. There are thoughts and temptations that don't deserve permanent residence in your mind. You don't have to negotiate with them. You don't have to unpack your bags there. You keep moving. Because here's what many people do after they fail. They stop and spiral. Why did I do that again? What's wrong with me? How can I call myself a Christian after this? They camp in condemnation. But if this passage teaches us anything, it's that God calls His people to keep following Him, not to keep staring at the mountain behind them. The enemy would love you to stay there, to replay the failure, to relive the shame, to believe that's who you are. But God says, keep moving, pass through. Don't make your struggle your permanent address. Keep your eyes on Him and continue forward. If you've been circling the same mountain, hear the words again. You have compassed this mountain long enough. It's time to turn and move forward.